That song and I think about my little guy and I'm wondering if he's actually asleep over at that house or if he's driving my husband bananas right now. There are a lot of movies over there, so hopefully he's falling asleep to one of those. Before I lived in Prince George, I moved around quite a lot. I spent a couple of years in a wonderful place on the border of Arizona and Mexico in Sonora, just about an hour and a half south of Tucson. Actually close to a little town called Patagonia, actually. And I was a caretaker for a ranch out there and a permaculture farm. Sonora, Mexico and Sonora, Arizona is a really interesting place. It's a hotbed of political and social and environmental activity. There's a wall there, like along much of the United States-Mexico border. And it's where a lot of migrants choose to cross because it's one of the more hospitable areas of the desert to cross from Mexico into the States and to hire quiotes like coyotes to help them get across. So it's a really interesting place to live. I met some incredible people there and you know, I fell in love with the desert. I fell in love with the smell of wild oregano and what I was taught from the Tohono people there, and I still remember the monsoon rains and how they would just flood the desert. Like you would go into the grocery store and it would be dry and bare and you'd come out and you were up to your waist in water in a matter of minutes. So it's just a remarkable area. And when I left, begrudgingly, I told myself that I would never forget what I saw there, so I wrote it into a song. So this is called Wind Song. light past the wall, what's left for them to see, and whose hammer breaks the stone, lifts the dam, turn aliens to drain. Was there God in your sunsets or just coyotes keeping time? You have time for a couple more? Yeah! Yay! Awesome! What is it, a Wednesday
nowhere
night?
else to go.
You're out this late on a weeknight? Done, everyone. I understand. I have a 4-year-old, so I like to turn in a bit early. AKA when he goes down, I go down. That's how we survive it, right? Although my friend Alyssa here doesn't have a toddler, and she and I both go to bed early. So.
I think I go to bed before you.
I think you do. But we both wake up early, so.
I'm Gabriola, 9 p.m. is midnight.
Okay. I'm not here. I know.
I think Jen will get up early tomorrow and staring at the roads.
That's true.
We're light out.
She's practically vibrating.
She
They want all
said
the
she's
time.
going to get up early time just to go.
If they could be in the house, they would be in the house.
All right, this next song is a song that I wrote inspired by Grace Lee Boggs, who's a civil rights activist in the United States for about 100 years. She lived almost to 100 years old. And her husband, Jimmy Boggs. If you don't know who they are, he says you're cute to go look them up on Wikipedia tonight. And Grace spent most of her life in Detroit, organizing and marching and writing for civil rights and in the Black Panther movement. And she was a Chinese American, and Jimmy was a Black American. And I always think about, I actually got to meet Grace once, and I asked her how she keeps doing it. Keeps organizing, keeps on keeping on, even though sometimes things just don't seem like they're changing. And she said, you know, hope is an action. So, and she says, look at what you're doing, you know, like, look at what all of you are doing. So she just, she inspired the crap out of me. And her autobiography also just inspired this song, so this is called Grace. Living for change is a hard time, an end that we'll never know. The breaking a heart from the inside and trusting that blood will still flow. Asking her name, she can't tell you. She reaches for the people she's known. Comrades come deep from the 60s, and surrender is whiter than bone. Sunset starting to fade. Tell us, dear grace, are we worthy? 'Cause the joke is on us just the same. Weeds are just flowers in the chairs. Never wanted to tend to the sea. It's the crips and the queers with the vision. It's the rivers that fill up the sea. One song and then a pretend encore? I just don't stop. Stop it. I need a little ego boost, but. Oh, you're too kind.
People make a lot of noise and bring you back.
Well, if you need to yell, then I don't want to. I want to dampen your
You go
style.
out and then we'll get you back.
Oh, beautiful.
We're doing the real deal.
I love it. Oh, what a place. This is good for everybody, hey?
Oh, yeah.
Don't need to tell.
We do. Some righteous rage, hey?
Yep. You guys are inspiring.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay, so this last song. Yeah, if you get a chance to come north. How many people here have been to Prince George? Oh, I love that.
Whoa.
Some folks lived here, and then they got drawn back to this gorgeous island. Yeah, if you get a chance to come north, it's a pretty amazing spot. And there's a lot of harshness that comes from living in a place like that as well, and we embrace all of those pieces of Claytley territory. And if you go out west on Highway 16, you will come to understand the Highway of Tears. You've probably heard of that place. And it heads all the way up to Gitxsan territory and out in Clon in Rupert, Prince Rupert. Yeah, we're still losing Indigenous Two-Spirit women and girls out there. They're missing, they've been found murdered, and it's still happening despite it being a federal issue and a national problem and something that folks in our territories have been raising awareness about for decades now, and it's still happening. And ironically, if a white kid goes missing, which breaks my heart just as much, they get their face on a billboard. But the Indigenous kids and the Indigenous women do not. And it's just racism. It's just pure racism. So as much as we can, we raise awareness about that, and we call for justice. And this is a song that I wrote about that, called "The Drums Belong to Us." enters the blind star, roaming calls to no one's name. Only blood can play the game. Pale your face in rusty waters, headlines kept for preacher's daughter. Stole the truth and robbed the trust, but the drums belong to us. No one told us to close our eyes. Likes decrease as the numbers rise. Babies run home as they did before, but their bodies keep the score. So suffer me, Lord, what he might have been, from ivory tower back again. Be the church or be the right. started screaming, shots, shots, shots. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll try to leave you on a little bit of a hopeful message. Yeah, but thank you so much. Can we get a round of applause for Alan on the board? And for Carol over in that corner. And the incomparable Jasmine Foreman. Thank you. Yeah, we do have some merch. Genevieve, Jade, and I both have some merch out there. If you're interested, we're also online. If you're really keen, you can go on YouTube and check out a press conference that I gave a couple weeks ago. All jokes aside, any sort of follows or likes or anything like that really help with grant applications and that kind of thing. So if you're moved or if you're interested in hearing our music or seeing what we're up to next, by all means check us out online. It helps us, and then we get to stay connected with all of you fine folks. So when we come back here, like in the summer or something like that, we'll know who more of you are, which is really great. And yeah, come say hi after the show. We'd love to chat. Anyway, thanks for listening. This is called Looking for a Home. Burning on down the highway, I got one hand in the wind. I tell you something, I gotta find a way to pay my bills. There's a man down in Bulkley Junction, said I could find work here if I tried. I tell him with a smile, I don't drink, my blood is dry. I'm looking for a home, looking for a home. To lay my bones, a family to call my own. I'll find it if I try, if I try. It's a helpless situation, and it's an awful goddamn shame. When I tell this story, it makes me feel like I'm insane. 'Cause I loved you when you were tired, baby. I loved you when you were sad, baby. I loved you. You took everything I had. Looking for a home, looking for a home. I'll find it if I try. A place to lay my bones, a family to call my own. I'll find it if I try. Oh, if I try. Darkness greets the morning, I'll stand and face the sun. I tell her all my secrets, I tell her all the things I wish I'd done. 'Cause it's the money that keeps me moving, and it's the moving that keeps me sane.